Yo, man, what's up, man? It's your boy J Murkk, real nigga with the streets been missing, man. You tapping in with Nolazine, man. Let's get it.
This episode is brought to you by the Loyalty Club, one of the hottest brands out, where they keep their items limited and only for the loyal few. Check us out online at theloyaltyclub.us, or if you're in the New Orleans area, you can check us out at our flagship store, 841 Fulton Street. You already know what time it is. Only for the loyal few, club time.
Gotcha. So, man, we gonna start this off early, man, for the people who never heard you spit, man. I want you to spit, I want you to spit something for them.
Look, I tell him, dead to the world 12 years, now I'm finally living. 30K for appeal lawyers just to handle the business. I shook a L and made it out, gave hope to niggas in prison. Soon as I touched, I got the fuck went far away from the trenches. I got my ends up. I double back and turned my friends up. 90 days of freedom, I went AMG to Benz truck. Grinding damn knife, all them nights, it wasn't hearing us. Took many losses, then I count my blessings, had my wins up. Dreams and a vision, I stood with it. Look how far it took us. No limit spent and blew them benches when I got the hook up. Rhyme with choppers, dodging coppers, plotting, trying to book us. Thank God I made it. I'm forgiven for the souls I put up. Come on now.
Yeah. So
Type shit.
hey, but with that being said, I'ma say, but welcome home.
Back home again.
I ain't gonna say.
Welcome back home, you hear me?
So but bring me back to your mindset. Doing all that time in jail, that coming home and have to go, and like have to actually go on, fucking like vacation again. I'm gonna say that.
Right. And like I ain't lying, son. Like going back, I was blue, you hear me? Like I was drove, but I understood what the situation was, you hear me? The only thing that had me mad was like me going back to jail, knowing all the all the shit that I was doing, the motion I had, shit that I was getting ready to accomplish, you hear me? Plus, or you go back to jail on parole, man. You about to lay down, man. So that shit, that was a whole nother situation. No, I just wasn't ready for that one. Now, you hear me?
Gotcha. And you had motion before you went to jail. Like you actually flew to Miami and actually met Birdman.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
And so how was that for you?
Oh, that was lovely. I mean, that was too lovely. Like that one little trip right there, that guy stunning on me. Like I'm like he fucking with me for sure. You hear me? Like, I got his direct number. I could call him anytime I want. Like, yeah, like, man, Stunner locked in for real, you hear me?
Right. The crazy part is, going back to jail, you probably kind of, it would seem like a little, like, you probably seemed like you had like a whole lot of, if you had a bigger buzz going back to jail than the first time, like, man, bro, what's going on, bro? You was just on your way. What happened?
Right. Man, I'm like, dog, like, it's still the same. Like, I feel like, look, the first time it was just on some, all right, I just beat a L, you hear me? A life sentence. So, that's going to be big. That's major, you hear me? To see a nigga come home, still young, still in my same, frame of mind. I got all my sense. You know what I'm saying? And, like, just coming home to that, it was lovely. But when I went back and came back home again, oh, man, because I didn't already, like, people already was familiar with me, you hear me? So it's like before people even got a chance to really reach out, I done went back to jail, but like coming back home, yeah, like we putting that work in now, you hear me?
I ain't gonna lie to you. But the difference from going to jail, being in jail the first time to going to jail this time is like, man, but I can't get, I'm going to jail, but I can't get in trouble this time. Because, but I see I'm going home, and I'm seeing I'm going back out there to my motion, so I don't want nobody to trick me off the streets for real.
Right.
Because, like, people don't know how easy it is to go to jail and stay in jail.
Man, see, especially out here, like, you could, check this out. I just got finished telling somebody this. See, like, you could be moving so strategic, you hear me? Like, you just calculating your moves. You watching every step carefully, you hear me? And I'm talking about something gonna take place to where you still gonna end up going to jail or something gonna happen. But when they got niggas out here moving stupid and doing all type of dumbass shit, it's like, like they just getting away, you hear me? And I be sitting back like, damn, I really don't be doing nothing. And, you know what I'm saying? That shit just be crazy, but that's the way of life. That's just how life work, you hear me?
Right. Gotcha. So, but coming back home, but what's your brand new plan? Like, how you think, you about to really like attack this music industry?
Honestly, right there what going on. Like, I'm still fighting the case, you hear me? I'm out on bond, I'm on house arrest and everything, you hear me? So that shit kind of got me to where I can't really travel. Like, I'm limited to the things that I can do. You know what I'm saying? But, like, once this, I'm still, working, record music and all that, you hear me? But it's only so much that I can do with these restrictions, you hear me? But it's like, once this come off, oh, man, it's big old, it's crunch time, you hear me? Like, man, it's crunch time, you hear me? I just did some shit, like, I just did a song with BG. So, new shit that they don't know about. Yeah, all the streets, 3J Murkk gonna be on that joint. Yeah.
As you came home working.
Yeah, come on now.
I ain't gonna lie, it's all about mindset. Like, but I can imagine, your mindset of, still fighting the case. Because I remember when I first started Nolazine TV, when I first started doing interviews, I really went so hard because I thought I was going to jail. In 2018, I was fighting a convicted fellow with a firearm, and like Camille Burris, like, every time I'm going to court, it's like she telling me 10 years.
Right.
So I'm trying to knock out 10 interviews a day. I'm like, at least I can stress them out. Yeah. So when I do come home, I'll be on track.
Look, see, I don't think like that, dude. You hear me? I be feeling like this here. After coming from under that life sentence, I feel like, man, I done already paid my dues to society, you hear me? So me dealing with this music shit, like everything that I gotta do dealing with the music, I'm so much of a blessed nigga. Like, that man ain't about to stop nothing, he ain't about to let nothing get in the way of anything I got going on, you hear me?
I ain't like, beating like a life sentence, like, I can't even imagine sitting there and letting the people tell me life. Like, it's a whole different like mindset you gotta be in just to accept it.
You say it. I'm gonna put it like this. You really do though, you hear me? Like like I said before, when I first got life, son, like, I ain't even know how to feel, you hear me? Like, I'm looking at that man, like, when he told me stand up and gave me life, I'm looking at him like, damn, like, boy, you serious? Like, I had a little smile, like, man, I know you playing. Like, boy, this ain't even sound right coming out your mouth telling me this, you hear me? But, yeah, man.
I went back on the mat, take a nap, like, this gotta be a dream.
Man, I ain't lying. I went back and... man, boy, look. Man, good thing a nigga made it out, though. That's the big part. That's the blessed part of it all. Yeah.
But, like, bring me back to the day when, you found out, like, man, but I beat my life sentence.
All right, look, let me see. Well, all right, one day I was on the yard, yeah. I'm on the yard, and the people just blowing the yard, yeah. So the people on some shit like, they hollering like they looking for me, whatever, yeah. In the midst of them looking for me, everybody hollering like the people like, man, you got a attorney visit. I'm like, man, it's like 3, 4 o'clock. They stop letting attorneys come through the prison at a certain time, yeah. Once they told me about all that, my lawyers them come see me, letting me know, man, we got a court date, we back in court, they done overturned everything. I felt good, yeah. I'm like, man, it was a step, it was a process. Like, to be honest, I'm gonna keep it all the way G with you. Look, when I first got life, I never stressed about the time, yeah. Like, it never really hit me like that I got a life sentence, yeah.
You gotta adapt.
I never adapted to it. Why? Because I always had lawyers, yeah? Like, I stood on my legal work. I stood on my business, yeah? I always interact with dudes that was coming from Angola, like, giving me the game and shit, showing me how to study my legal work, what to look for and all that. So, I was always on point, yeah? It was like, once I did make it to Angola, oh, man, it was just, I kept on doing the same thing, yeah? I stood focused on what I needed to do. Like, people wanted me to get on a boxing team, football team, all that, like, participating in the rodeos. I'm not doing none of that because I ain't want to do nothing to where it knocked me off my pivot to where I ain't focused on what I'm doing because Angola's so fucking big and bust open, son. Like, or like any nigga doing time, like, and I ain't trying to make jail sound fun, but if you doing time, a nigga, I love to be in Angola serving their time, son. Because that bitch make you feel like you're free. You just...
You ain't free.
Right, you just free, not free, but that bitch big.
Hey,
like,
you try to escape, they gonna catch you.
I don't think it's... you can escape, but it's...
I said you could try.
Yeah, you could try.
It's big.
You could try. Good luck to you.
Somebody from New York asked me, like, like, how can I describe Angola? I see you ever saw the movie with Martin Lawrence and Eddie Murphy. They still got people on horses.
See,
it ain't bad at that, but I'm saying it could turn to that too.
I can't even Angola worse than that. Cause you gotta look at this here. Check this out. What that was, and let me see what that shit was at in Mississippi or something. Angola, you gotta realize Angola like a bowl. You hear me? That bitch, Angola sit on the river. So it's like a bowl surrounded by buku water. You hear me? One way in, one way out. Like, where you gonna go? The ferry, the back way, you know, all the people get on. You can't escape. You escape from Angola. Them people the fucking prison is a neighborhood, you hear me? So the whole neighborhood, they gonna shut the whole town down just to come look for you. Stores, anything, neighbors, stores, anything getting shut down. They come and look for you.
You about to have everybody mad.
Man, they come and look for you, man. I'm talking about, look, I heard a story about a nigga trying to escape Angola, you hear me? Oh, nigga told, like, before I even got there, like, man, Angola so fucking big, this nigga was running for 3 days straight, dog. And when he got, look, 3 days straight when he got found, this nigga still on the property, you hear me? I said, boy, look at when he even worth it, you hear me? Like,
if that's a story alone, nigga ran for 3 days straight.
Son, that's how big that bitch is. Like, I used to, like, I ain't lying, look, when I was up there, you know, I had a phone, you hear me? So, I used to really just, like, the shit that I'm seeing in Angola, I be like, man, I ain't like how nigga be saying it is. And one day I'm on lockdown, and I'm just sitting back. I'm like, let me go on YouTube and check some shit out. And I pull up Angola documentaries, and I'm just watching how that bitch is, and I'm seeing shit that I never even knew was up there, you hear me?
You up there?
I'm like, Lord, this bitch really huge. Like, we ain't gonna never see this, especially me, because it's like every other day I'm getting rolled up for something, you hear me? Like, for real, you hear me?
But I can lie, you know, even, you know, anybody who been following you kind of know that, you know, even while you was in jail, you still stayed very consistent as being a music artist.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, hey, but you dropping raps all in the prison, y'all.
Come on now.
But you found somebody to hold the phone. I ain't hold this right quick. I'm about to make this work. It ain't no tripod or nothing.
Real talk, look. Hey, look, it's so crazy. No, my partner used to always tell me, look, my partner T7, man, free my guy, man. That man used to always tell me, dog, the shit that we trying to accomplish, son, we trying to make it out the gate, you hear me? You with this rapping and posting videos going on lockdown, like you fucking up everything you got going on. Like, well, I'm looking at him like I'm hearing you, but you not seeing the love that I'm getting on social media. Fuck what you talking about, you hear me? I'm bailing this shit because I know for sure I'm going home. I just don't know when, but I know that time ticking. When I go out there, and that motion gonna be heavy, yo.
Right. And I can lie to you, GDP always made sure, you know, people saw you. Like,
Yeah.
I was like, man, I gotta see who. Like, anybody could be consistent and rapping in jail. Like, you know, they had a few dudes actually paid me to post them in jail. I'm like, anybody paid me to post them for their rapping in jail, I'm gonna give you a discount automatically. Like,
for real.
You have, like, they got dudes on the street ain't got no money to pay for promo. Like, I got a whole different respect for you if you stand consistent and you trying to pay for promo.
Come on now.
But I told my girl this. I said, man, you know, they got people in jail like richer than dudes on the street.
Facts.
If you could get rich, if you got a cash app and you got some strips, you might can pay people bills while you in jail.
Look, try to tell her, you hear me?
I said, but you know, it's all different. It's all about your mindset, you know.
Right.
And you know, and like, but for you to overcome everything that you came, you know, you right. You got to be blessed, you know.
Oh, most definitely.
Yeah,
Most definitely.
So, you know, with that being said, you know, even though you coming home, you know, and you back doing what you gotta do, like, but what's your message to someone watching this interview and thinking about following, behind your footsteps?
I'm gonna say this here, like, man, I done been through some shit, yeah. Like, for my age, I done been through it. Like, I'm talking about, I had a real rough life, like, from knee high to a duck all the way up into none, but I see this here like, oh, like, just stay focused, yeah. Like, whatever you dream about, whatever you visualize, whatever you got in your head, just go with it. Like, try to stay out the people with. Sometimes, like, you know, nigga be, like, feeling like, man, be boring or just be inside or be by yourself. Sometimes, man, that's the best way to be, son. Because, you get a lot of shit, like, accomplished when you just able to think better, you hear me? So, my word to everybody, man, look, focus, stay prayed up. That's the main thing. Pray, you hear me? Talk to that man, you hear me? Because at the end of the day, you hear me? He the only one can make life better for you, you hear me? So, yeah, that's my advice to y'all, man. Stay focused, pray to that man, and continue living like staying out the way, you hear me?
Gotcha. So, I got this question for you. You came home and you actually really experienced the music industry outside the bar. So I'm gonna ask you,
Like,
what do you enjoy about being a music artist, and what do you actually hate about being a music artist?
now what I love about it, I ain't lying. Like I get to meet all type of people. You hear me? Like it be people that I used to feel like, man, they so big, they so famous. I'd never be able to talk to these people. I gotta always just watch them on TV to the point now it's just regular. Like I could call these people. I can have conversation. I can FaceTime anytime I want. They be ready to fly me out. Just come pull up, come hang, whatever. You hear me? But it's just like, and on top of that, like the love that I get. You hear me? Like far as when people see me. Anywhere I go, it's just always, man, I go G Murkk, everybody be hugging me, they dapping me off. People just showing love, you hear me? Everybody just always salute what I did till they had to me, you hear me? Now, what I hate about it, I ain't really get to the point yet to where I go to hating shit about it, you hear me? Because I always knew in the beginning, it's gonna always be a motherfucker that's gonna hate what you got going on. So, if you ain't got no haters, you ain't popping, you hear me? So, I know for sure I'm popping for sure, you hear me? So, like I said, I ain't get to that part to where, I hate shit about it just yet, but I know it's gonna come though. I just ain't get to it yet. But so far, what I love about it, that's what it is, you hear me?
Gotcha. I got a juice on this part, like, about you even having a phone and you having a phone and record. And I always tell people in jail probably the most intelligent people ever. Like, when my partner FaceTime me and showed me how if everybody charge their phone, because I never thought about how people charge their phone in jail. And I was like, do you think it's very genius how people charge their phone in jails?
Oh, man. That's another story.
Cause I'm like, wait, who? I'm like, who the guard charges? Like, man, we charge our own.
Yeah, we charge our own shit. Like, the person got cameras, you hear me? So, I don't know if they be on the lick, so I don't want to put them on to it,
right.
But just know, like, we got ways. Yeah, we go, check this out. One thing about a nigga in jail, son, a nigga gonna figure out a way to make a way, you hear me? I'm gonna put it just like that, you hear me? Ain't nothing impossible for a nigga in jail to do. A nigga gonna figure it out. You got nothing but time to sit back and think, you hear me?
Right.
That's how it is.
Gotcha. So tell us, I'm like, what's next for you? Like,
Well, what's next? Like I say, right now, I got this case that I'm fighting, you hear me? So that's pretty much like, that's the main thing I'm trying to get over. That's the main hurdle. Once I get over this, man, it's up, you hear me? But right now, like, I'm recording, I'm recording music. I've been hitting the studio lately, you hear me? And, videos, I'm about to start recording some videos and shit. Like, I got visuals on the way. New music about to be coming. Like I said, I just done a song with, with BG and shit. Like, we did the video and all that. So, I don't know when it's coming out, but, that's on his timing. But, salute to him. Just all type of shit that I'm just putting together as I go. You hear me? Man, G about to put it together. And, like I said, once this case over, man, we going up, you hear me? We just going as we go. Like, this shit gonna get better and better, you hear me?
Gotcha. And also, last but not least, tell the world, I'm like, what can they find you on social media and everywhere else?
Come on now, you can find me on Instagram, you hear me? JMurkk007, JYMURKK007, you hear me? Yeah, that's me, man, real nigga. Make sure y'all tap in, cause I got some shit on the way. I got some new music, like, I'm talking about, dog, check this out. I'm thinking about dropping a triple disc, you hear me? Nobody never done that. And when I said triple disc, some R&B shit, some singing shit for the ladies.
Oh yeah, for the people who don't know, before you leave out here, man, I want you to sing something for the people who don't know. You can rap and sing.
Man, ready for that. They ready for that? Look, let me give them some shit. I said, in my city, when it rains, it really pours down. And I swear, man, it feels strange how things is starting to change now for me. So every night I was on my knees praying to the Father God, Lord, save me. 'cause I just can't afford to be a victim of a homicide. So now let me make a long story short. Over the years, niggas changed, breaking rules to the game, talking about he seen this and that. And because he ain't ride on his lonely ride with his homie, he became a victim of a homie next. And I experienced too many deaths, too many losses. One day if I'm going next, dome check from the tech. Damn, do what means, cut a sex. All you left a man slaughtered on the scene with a dream that I've been having. Damn, I can't imagine. Mom's crying while our son lying in the casket. Till my time come, Father God, I'm just asking, forgive me for my actions. Right before I reacted, shots firing, cop sirens, yellow tape, white sheets, double dead bodies. It's real, cause in New Orleans niggas barely make it. Getting bodied on the night before their graduation in my city. Y'all get the picture here, type shit.
You gotta give him the picture. Gotcha.
But yeah, man, what the streets been missing here. Part 2 about to be coming. And I got that triple disc I'm working on for y'all. Like I said, I got the R&B disc I'm gonna be dropping for the ladies. The new sound for the new wave, you hear me? For the younger generation. And you know I gotta be on my big boy shit for the niggas that really can vibe out and feel me the way I go. You already know, man. J Murkk, man. We here. You know what I'm saying?
Last but not least, tell them, everywhere can they find you on social media and everywhere else.
Again, you can find me on social media, Instagram. You hear me? J Murkk 007, JYMURKK 007. You hear me? That's how you can find me.
And we done.
Come on now.